Van here with Van Life Biker Show. Smash that like, give me a sub, and share, guys. Let's build this channel. Appreciate your support. Yo, yo, yo. It's your boy Van here. I just want to have a little talk here this evening about saving you guys some money. I know everybody likes to save money. No affiliation to this website, and to be 100% honest with you, I have not received the things I've ordered. I just ordered them yesterday, but everything seemed legit. I paid through PayPal, so it doesn't get any more legit than that as far as I'm concerned. Shipping is a little slow. We'll just call it, the normal cost, the low cost. It was outrageous if you wanted it in a couple days or something, so I just went with the norm, and it was, I think, about a week or 10 days, something like that. Should be getting it, I think it's by the first of the month, so but a week or 10 days, whatever. So not the fastest on shipping, I will say up front. You can pay a lot extra to get it shipped, but the savings, guys, was just huge, and I couldn't believe it. I called your typical O'Reilly's, AutoZone. I called Napa, your three typical usual places that we all go for auto parts, and they did not have what I needed, which was this part lying right here. Excuse me. It's a coolant hose. It's got this funny connector on it just for Volkswagens. And the other end here, you can see it's not much to it. In my hand here, going across it, it's not even two pinkies to thumbs length here. It's just a small hose. It actually hooks to the heater core, which tells you, it's about 1 inch in diameter approximately. But long story short, guys, I couldn't find it. I was told I was going to have to go to the dealer. So I went to the dealer, called him up. It was a nightmare trying to find out which hose it was. Thank God I knew it went to the heater core, because trying to read their diagrams was tough enough as it was. But this one hose had to be special ordered, so I had to go back the next day to go pick it up. They were fast about getting it. I will say that. Give hats off to Volkswagen for that one. But this one hose cost me 65 bucks, guys. $65. And it's, maybe 15 inches long or something. Not even. So, needless to say, if you're familiar with working with any of these front-wheel drive cars these days, they're a nightmare compared to the old school. We all know that. The motor's in there sideways, so space is very, very, very limited. So I got up under there, I wrestled it out of there. It took me and a neighbor actually to get it out of there. It was, I don't know, melted to the bottom end, which was the worst side, of course. He was up top trying to pull on it from underneath the hood, and I was underneath, laying under on my back, trying to pull on it that direction, and we tried both ways, back and forth, back and forth. Needless to say, finally got it off, but long story short, this wasn't the right hose. Excuse me. Excuse me. I've been feeling a little under the weather, guys, for the last week, to be honest. So excuse my coughing here and there. I don't know if the smoke finally caught up with me, or I caught a little bug in the weather change, or what's happening. But just been a little stopped up in the head, I guess, and headache, and pain in the back of my neck, and I thought I was getting sick on one of the last videos, and told you guys I was getting over it, and that's kind of how it worked. Honestly, it was kind of weird. It was like it'd get better, and I'd feel like I was doing good, and then the next day it would just hit me. So it finally kind of took me down. So I just been laying low for the last week or so, besides this project here, and told the neighbor I didn't want to mess with it because my neck was bothering me, and just kind of stopped up and such. So he said, oh, I can handle it, it's just a little baby hose, right? So needless to say, he got the top piece loose, and the bottom was a doozy. It took two of us. So what I wanted to share with you guys, no affiliation whatsoever, it's called OEM. What is it? OEM partsource.com. OEMpartsource.com. Excuse me. Should have brought some water. Needless to say, this thing was 65 bucks. I think it was 24 and change through those guys. Literally less than half price, guys, and I couldn't get it anywhere else. So they have some kind of lead with OEM parts that you can't even get at your typical parts store like O'Reilly's and Napa and such. So the other thing I wanted to check, since they were way cheaper, I went ahead and bought a couple other hoses just to have them. Because the vehicle I'm talking about is the old TDI Jetta I still drive to this day. It's pushing 350,000 miles. Yeah, I'm crazy. I keep driving it and driving it, but you know, I'm just one of those old timers. If she's going to keep going, I'm just going to keep pushing her. But the biggest expense with this particular leak, I thought it was a sensor. And I've replaced the sensor about 2-3 times now, probably 3 or 4 times over the last year, because it just hasn't leaked anywhere, no evidence of an actual leak. So it's been evaporating, and I thought it was the sensor. So it finally gave me a little drip, which has led me to a hose. And then I got the hose, it was the wrong hose. So I've went round and round with this leak, but you know, they're in between the motor and the firewall, you know, the backside of your dash. So one of those things with modern day cars is just an absolute nightmare, even trying to find the problem. But that led me to this guy. Now, this is the diluted version where they've already, you know, put the distilled water in there, and the 50-50 ready mix. You don't have to add water. So I used to buy this stuff without it being 50-50. You could add your own water. And it was about 30 bucks, if I recall, for a gallon. So that stuff just kind of disappeared. Well, the price didn't disappear. But, you know, I noticed. Now they're selling the 50-50, and the cheapest I can find this stuff is on eBay. I get 2 jugs because it's a little bit cheaper, but it's about 65 bucks for 2 jugs of the 50-50. Now, if you want to buy this at the dealer, they sell the concentrated, I'm going to call it, the regular kind that's not diluted with water, but they sell it by a quart. Well, there's 4 quarts in a gallon, guys. So it being concentrated, you add a quart to a quart. So what's that leave me? It leaves me a half a gallon. Well, they want, let me think now, I think it was 25 bucks for a quart. So to make this 50-50 gallon, I would need 2 quarts. It's twice as expensive, in other words. But anyway, with this website, and you have to mix it. But with this website, you know what this stuff cost? $17 and some change for a gallon of it. So I don't know, I just ran into this website and wanted to share it with you guys. No affiliation, they're not paying me, and like I say, I'm not even 100% I'm happy with them yet. I haven't received the delivery yet, so keep you guys posted on it, of course, but it seemed 100% legit to me. So I'm going to take this back. It was 65 bucks, and it's the same exact thing coming. Now, they not only deal with Volkswagen, they deal with Ford, they deal with GM products, they deal with Mopar, which is Dodge, Toyota, BMW. So check them out, guys. They're, you know, have saved me quite a bit of money. 65 bucks for this versus 24 bucks for this. I ended up buying 2 other hoses and 2 gallons of this, and it was about 100 bucks. So not too much more than what I just paid for this. So I'm getting this plus 2 more hoses plus 2 more gallons of this, and it was like, you know, $35 more. So remarkable savings. I mean, I have to say some of the things were pretty much 50% off, and you can't get them anywhere else but the dealer, so your back's kind of to the wall. At least mine was with this particular part, until I searched the actual hose that I need. Since this ended up being the incorrect hose, I searched the other hose and I was able to find it. Once I got on the website, I said, well, let me check for this one, and boom, they had this one as well. Well, I had already removed this one, so since I removed it, I said, well, you know, you tamper with things, might be playing with, you know, fire here and get burned. So I decided to go ahead and just get this one as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and replace it, but I'm not going to replace it for 65 bucks when I can replace it for 24. And you know, I got to wait on the coolant anyway, because once again, this G13 stuff, you can't go to Napa, O'Reilly's, these types of places to even get this G13. I've always had to order it specifically from Volkswagen or Audi. They probably deal with Audi too as well, but it was a pretty good sized list. I tried to remember all of them for you. Mini, I'm thinking that's the Mini Cooper. I think that was on the list, but you know, they deal with quite a few different car manufacturers, so just a heads up, you know, I'm always trying to help you guys out, save a buck, doing things on your own, building some confidence that you can do it. I will walk you through it. You know, a lot of times I may not be able to get back to you tomorrow, but usually I get back with you, you know, immediately when you guys leave comments in the comments down there below. So I'm always here to help. Yeah, always here to answer any questions and try to build you guys some confidence that you can do these things. So till next time, we'll talk to you. This Van, and I'm out. Peace.